Kia ora whānau, ko Kathleen tōku ingoa. I'm a certified trained yoga teacher and I'm here to share a hauora tool with you today, a wellness tool which invites calm, right, and feelings of groundedness. So you can use this tool to support not only your tamariki but also to support your own well-being. It's an awesome tool because it is simple, it's fast, and it's versatile. You can use it anywhere, anytime, and you do not need any resources. So let's do it together, because another awesome benefit is it helps to clear and focus the mind. So as we set up for it physically, what I'm going to say to you is it doesn't really matter what shape or how it looks physically, but rather it's more about how it feels, right? So the intention is to physically feel anchored. So you could do this lying down, you could do this seated, you could be standing. Consider Maungaroa, right? The anchor stone that Kupe left in our harbour. And all the changes and all the movement that would have gone on, right, around that stone. And yet with all the changes and the movement, whether it's above the sea or below, it still remained centered and anchored. So right now, within your physical being, we want to embody, right, our own inner Maungaroa. So if you're lying down, that's awesome. You can just allow your whole body to be heavy, like an anchor just falling back, right? Let the earth support you. If you're seated like me, press your sit bones down into the ground, and even imagine that your spine, right, is lengthening, almost like a cord growing out of your tailbone and plugging you down into the earth. If you're standing, kite pai, just feel from your hips this downward energy all the way through your legs into your feet, into the earth. I invite you to close your eyes. Take a breath in through your nose. And now exhale through your nose. Breathe in for 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 2, 1. Breathe out for 3, 2, 1. 3 more. Inhale 2, exhale 3, inhale for 2, exhale for 3, inhale 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Keep your eyes closed. Allow your breath to be a natural rhythm. And within this space, take a moment to notice if you feel clearer, if you feel more anchored and still. Stay connected to that feeling and bring your attention to the sounds around you. So you might notice the birds or people, cars, whatever's going on all around you. Notice how you can be aware of all that, yet stay connected and present and anchored within yourself. Open your eyes. So when we focus on our breath, especially when we count the breath, our mind straight away goes to focus on that. So anything else that we might have been consumed with gets just pop down for a moment, right? And it's this shift, this ability to clear, right? To clear the mind space and to get focused. And then because we are breathing more consciously and deeper, we then tap into our parasympathetic nervous system, right? So that's what then invites that feeling of calm and that feeling of groundedness. So you can use this tool whenever you want to feel more focused, right? You can use it whenever you want to feel more relaxed. It's great as you're going to sleep, right? To help calm the tinana, right? The body and the mind, right? But it's also really good when you need to calm the hinengaro, the mind. Whenever you feel like there's a lot of this, right? A lot of this going on, whether it's outside of you or it's in here, use this tool so that rather than you being out here, right, in amongst all the whatever's going on, that you can still be aware of all that. But we use this tool to anchor us, right? To anchor us in this space of stillness. And then once we're there, in that space, we can then respond, right? Which is such a more empowering way to be, right? Rather than up here in the reactiveness. And such an empowering tool, right, to share with our tamariki. So let's talk about how you can incorporate this and use this tool to support them. So you would have noticed that the breath out was slightly longer than the inhale. That's because exhaling invites this kind of, right, the letting go, the grounding. So you want your exhale to be 1 count longer than your inhale. So if the child has, maybe their lung capacity isn't so great, you might just get them to breathe in for the count of 1 and breathe out for the count of 2. And then as their lung capacity gets better, you might encourage, let's breathe in for the count of 3 and exhale for the count of 4. Now, you can do this as many, well, actually, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how many rounds. I would say 3 rounds is a good amount of time to keep their attention. 5 rounds was what we did. What is a round? A round is 1 breath in and 1 breath out. So breathe in for 2, 1. Breathe out for 3, 2, 1. That's 1 round. Do 3 of those. Right? And then at the end of those rounds, ask them, do you feel more anchored? Do you feel more tau? Do you feel more like Maungaroa? You can do this as many times during the day, right? It's very healthy for us to breathe consciously, right? As often as we can. So times when you could use it with the kids, again, when you want them to focus, right, before a task, probably the physical would be to have them sitting up or whatever the task is if they're standing, upright position for focus. And then lead them through the counts. Ask them, do they feel more clearer? It's always good to invite that question, right? Because that's the most powerful moment, is when you can feel it and you notice it. Another time that you can use it is when things are a bit chaotic, right? Maybe there's a lot of noise, a lot of unsettlement going on around, and you could say, okay, everyone, to the group, let's find your Maungaroa, right? And they can embody that in whatever way they want. They could be like little statues and pause where they are and anchor down. They could drop onto the floor and roll into an anchor, whatever they think an anchor is. Remember, it's more about how it feels. So explaining to them, how does it feel to be an anchor? So that's the second way, right, to invite that calm. And then the third way, which I think is probably one that they would use more often on their own once they get used to it, is whenever they feel uncentered, whenever they feel upset, maybe they're angry or they're sad, right? Their emotions are heightened. The physical position might even be a cuddle, right? Let's breathe together and find our inner anchor, our inner Maungaroa. Okay, so that's it from me. I hope that you find this of benefit not only to yourself, but also to help with your mahi and supporting our tamariki. Right. Ngā mihi nui.